Sometimes the computer tend to have a mind of its own. Sometimes you set things up, and as soon as you're ready to shoot, like just everything go haywire. However, why am I a few minutes late? That's all because I was trying to eat before 7 a.m. I mean 7 p.m. It has been a struggle. It has been a struggle, but I am really, 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 really trying to get this weight off. How are you all doing? We're going to talk about weight loss tonight, and we're just, coming on here to just update each other and exactly how well we are doing. Now, I titled this show, How to Actually Keep the Weight Off, How to Lose Weight and Keep It Off. If you have been doing our weight loss challenge, let's say for the past month or so, some of you might notice that you are actually gaining back a few pounds. Some of you might actually be, still losing, but how do you keep the weight off? The way to keep the weight off is not as easy as we might think. However, it is a pretty doable. Now, on this channel and on this weight loss journey, my goal is to lose the weight and keep the weight off. However, in order to keep the weight off, we have to develop a lifestyle, a practice that we will be able to keep it off by eating a certain way. On our 30 days challenge, we tend to switch up some of the things that we normally eat, and we also try to eat less, eat half of what we normally eat. That is the beginning of trying to keep the weight off. Losing the weight and keeping it off. Now, when you start losing weight, if you slow down on what you were doing to get you to lose a few pounds, the weight will just start to come back. And that is why it takes a lot of focus and it takes a lot of determination to lose the weight and keep it off. We're going to dive into that tonight, and we're also going to talk a little bit about 30 days weight loss challenge. Now, so far, believe it or not, I have lost a total of 14 pounds. And that is the reason why I decided to do this topic today. When our 30 days weight loss challenge was over, my weight was 11 pounds. Our weight loss challenge has been over for almost 2 weeks now. And so far, I had only lost 3 more pounds. And why is this? Why have I not been losing more? I personally know why I have not been losing more. When we have the challenge on, and I have to come on basically every other day to talk about weight loss, I was more motivated. I was more strict on myself. Now that the challenge is over, it's like I find in some areas that I am slacking up a bit. The area that I tend to slack up a bit is eating before 7 p.m. Eating before 7 p.m. is an issue for me, like a real issue. Therefore, I'm going to bed most time with a full stomach. That is not good when you need to lose weight. When it comes on to eating my greens and all of that, I also find that I cut down a little. I have not made a salad in the past, 3 to 4 days. When I was doing the challenge, I was eating salad every day. Now, what am I eating? I find myself slowly rolling back into the bad way of eating by just grabbing anything at 2 p.m. in the afternoon and snacking on it, just grabbing like a half a bagel, snacking on the bagel with some juice. I have made a smoothies for about 2 days. Now, am I just being home chilling and not? No, I've been very, very busy, but at the same time, I have a mission and I have a goal. I need to lose the weight off. I'm just hearing my truth out there to you. And I also want to know what has been going on with you. This also allowed me to know I need to talk more about the weight loss and I need to connect with you more. When I go on the Facebook page, I notice that not everyone that is a part of the Facebook group have been posting. The reason we create that page is for us all to communicate and encourage each other. So what I'm going to do on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, I am actually going to make a live show for the Facebook page. I'm going to announce it on the page, and we'll figure out by tomorrow what time of the evening it's going to be, so that we can actually start to be a little more organized, because I don't want to go back and I don't want to fall back in, the routine of not being focused when it comes on to the weight. Welcome, moderator Lucy, to the channel. How are you? MAHK, I'm so happy that you're on tonight, because I'm not sure if you received your gift. I cannot find your information. It might be somewhere there, but with all these emails, so can you please send me your information, your email, and also your address and your phone number, and also what was your gift if you didn't receive the gift. If you did, then it's an oversight, since I'm getting a bit of a help sending out the gifts. Shalapi, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. I did 4-day egg fast. It really helped, but day 5 was hard. I couldn't be able to eat anything. Now tell us a little bit about this egg 4 days egg fast. This is the first time I'm actually hearing about the 4-day. I know about the fasting, but I know nothing about the egg fasting. Let me hear from you, and just give us a little insight on what this is. Azzy, how are you? Kang, Jarlier, Heyman, that is Ayman. Shahida, how are you? Welcome. Now, Shalapi, another beautiful evening, and thank you for that. All right, so what has been going on with you? And if you're just joining and you know nothing about what we're talking about, okay, you haven't received it, so send the information for me. Now, if you're just joining and you're not sure what we're talking about, we are doing a weight loss challenge, and we're trying to lose a couple of pounds. Personally, for me, I'm trying to lose 40 pounds. Now, the 30 days weight loss, 10 pounds down, has been over, and we're still continuing the challenge on our Facebook page. Now, what has been happening is some of us are still losing weight, and some of us are gaining back the weight, and some of us are stagnant. Tonight, we're just going to break it down, how you can actually lose the weight and keep it off, what you need to do to keep that weight off and continue to lose the weight. Continue to lose the weight. This is what most people struggle with, is to continue to lose the weight. When you want to lose weight and you have a plan, a weight loss plan, the weight loss plan should not fluctuate, okay? If you start to eat half of the amount that you normally eat, it's going to be an ongoing thing. And the thing that you can do to that, you can actually adjust it a bit. After about a month or two, that amount that you cut down to half is going to become like regular for you, and then you're going to need to tweak it a little bit more. You're going to tweak it a little bit more by eliminating certain food groups, and also by being persistent and dedicated to eating less and less. However, there is a cutoff, and the cutoff is all about your weight, how much you weigh, and how many calories you are allowed for your body weight. Okay, so let's say you are 5'4" and you are weighing around 150 pounds or 160 pounds. For you to lose weight, you need just about 1,000 calories per day. And if you go that route by counting calories, that can also help. There's a lot of cheating that you can do when you're counting calories, because if you eat a big old plate of salad with a lean pieces of chicken, that is gonna cut that calorie content 1,000 like way down. It is, however, very, very easy to get to 1,000 calories. For some people, most people, 70, 170 pounds, depending on the height, 1,200 calories is good for weight loss. When it comes on to male, however, that number is different. For some reason, 170-pound male, they could go up to around about, don't count all the figures. I haven't, do my well, I did this research years ago and I haven't refreshed my memories. Right now, I'm just pulling out stuff out of my memory bank. But I know that the male normally get to eat more. Like if woman is 120, the male would be around about 118. Now, that is if you are big on calories. There is a way that you really do not have to need to count the calories, and that is to just load up your plate with more greens. If you load up your plate with more greens, cut back on sugar, cut back on the white stuff, then you can freely eat without, the calories. White stuff include cookies and biscuits and bread and muffins and bagel, bialy and rice. And what else is considered white? I do not consider, and pasta, I do not consider potato white. Because anytime you're trying to lose weight, you can actually have a baked potato, okay? You can have a baked potato. So I'm not tossing the potato in the white group. Eating and working out is vital for losing weight and keeping it off. By now, some of you, if you was, doing your little regular working out, should be a little stronger. The more you go is the stronger you get. The more you work out is the more your body burn calories. When you slow down, it means that you're starting all over again and you got to start from ground zero, which you really do not want to do. You need to keep going to keep the weight off. And when you get to your desired weight goal, you still, believe it or not, you still will have to focus on yourself, still work out, still eat a small portion in order to keep the weight off. Let's take some comments and then we are going to move on. Azzy, I lost 23 pounds within 5 months, and that is excellent. Now, Sylvia, good night. Lucy, I am still fluctuating with my up and down 5 pounds due to health issue, but my short and tank tops are looser, and I see my leggings are riding higher in the front, and that is actually because you are losing inches. And that's what some of you need to know. Sometimes you go on the scale just stay right there looking at you. You weigh yesterday, you was 150 pounds. You go back tomorrow, the day after, 150 pounds, and you say, what is happening? I'm eating right, I'm working out. This could also mean that you are losing inches. So always make sure to test your clothing to see if your clothing are getting a little loose when you're doing the right thing and the scale is not moving. Now, MAHK, you eat 6 to 9 eggs every 3 to 5 hours every day before 4 p.m. It will help you to lose 4 to 6 pounds. Well, I really do not eat eggs, but that's a whole lot of eggs. Can you replace the eggs with any form of protein, like 5 chicken leg that is just boiled or something? Because really and truly, that is all about just consuming protein, believe it or not. We do have a bit of a sulfur and a bit of a zinc and iron in the egg yolk, but that is basically eating protein. So the fact that you have the egg diet, I also think that you can do like a chicken diet where you just eat no frying, boiling that chicken and eating it just the way you eat eggs. Don't count me on it. I don't know if there's any other, chemical compounds, whatever, coming from the eggs that can have you doing that. But that's straight up protein. Years ago, I used to eat a boiled egg and have a cup of coffee for breakfast. And that used to keep me right throughout the day. In the evening, normally I used to skip lunch. I'm big on skipping one meal forever and forever. And then in the evening, I would eat a sensible diet, which would be some form of a meat, well, not any kind of meat, because I'm really used to be just a chicken and I'm fish girl. So I eat a big old salad with a piece of fish or some chicken, and that used to just melt my weight off. So it's really a high protein diet. So I could see exactly how it works. And you're saying to do this for you can eat 6 to 9 eggs every day, 3 to 5 hours every day before 4 p.m. It will help you. So how long do you actually do this for? 4 to 6 pounds, is that going to be within the week? Or do you consume for a whole week 6 to 9 eggs daily. That is cutting out a lot of things, cutting out a lot of carbs, cutting out. It's just really a high protein diet. All right, so let's continue talking. And if any one of you are on here and you know anything about this egg diet, go ahead and comment. Lucy, get it grain 100 pounds. She's so tiny. Get it GRAIN 100 pounds. Okay, I think I'm a little lost. MAHK 8 6 to 9 eggs. Straight to I turn into a chicken at the end. Oh, brother. This is so funny. They're saying that my connection is unstable. I hope you are still seeing. All right, so nobody's complaining that that's there or not. Please wait while we reconnect. Let's see. Blurry. Can you hear me? The system is reconnecting. Still, we haven't had this for a long time. All right, I guess it's back now. Oh yeah, I guess we're having some issues. Not coming from my end. Connection is unstable, but I'm almost sure it's not coming from my end because it's just fluctuating. All right, on the cell is clear, on the computer is blurry, even if you refresh. All right, so can you hear me right now? I think it's back to being stable. If you're hearing, go ahead and give me a quick comment and let me know that it's back to normal on your hand. Are you all seeing? Okay, are you all seeing and hearing? Let me hear you comment by thumbsing up or just saying something. I'm not sure if I'm by myself right now talking. Hello. We're talking about weight loss and oh, my counter is going. If you're still seeing and hearing me, can you give the video a thumbs up, please? All right, yes. Okay, so it's back up and running. This is not coming from my hand, I think is the system. All right, so we're just talking about egg and hello, golden child. How are you? Welcome. Now, if you're on the channel and you're doing any form of a high protein diet, can you please comment and share it with us? All right, so if the screen is blurry and computer, cell phone is clear. Okay, most people watch on the cell phone anyway. Do not click off. Now, high protein. And if you're on the chat and you're trying to lose weight and you're vegan, can you please share with us what is it that you're eating on a regular, or if you are even not doing the challenge and you are vegan and you know some healthy dishes, can you please feel free to share? Everything is okay, very clear. Thank you so much, Auntie, for that. Carol, I'm good. I can see and hear. Thank you so much for that. Now, if you're just joining, we were just talking about eggs. MAHK was trying an egg diet, and she was eating 6 to 9 eggs every between morning to 5, I think, morning to 4 p.m. And after that, nothing. What were you drinking, MAHK? Are you allowed to drink coffee, tea? Is there any sweet to this? Like, can you add sugar, agave, or can you add Splendor or anything to your drink? Are you allowed to drink anything after 4 p.m.? Comment and let me know. Joy, I'm back to 160. I fast every day. Have a cup of coffee about 2 o'clock and a glass of smoothie, then dinner at 6 o'clock. So you are back to 160, meaning that you did lose some weight, or you have been, back up. I can't remember if you have been down or up, or what was your starting weight. Can you please comment and let us know if you're back, meaning that you're back to your, desired weight, or if you are, if you had gained back a few pounds. I'm kind of a stagnant, and if this is what I was explaining to everyone, that I got a little stagnant this week. And I think that I got stagnant from they have the ball game, Super Bowl, all the way down, but I'm back on track now, and I have not been moving. I've lost just 3 extra pounds after the challenge was over. And right now, I thought more or less I would have been at least 6 to 8 more pounds down, but everything is coming from me not being as strict as when we were having the 25 days you see, I keep saying the skincare challenge, the 30 days weight loss challenge. What workout have you done to help you lose weight? Well, honestly, I am the type of person that work out by myself. I have a treadmill. I do have a bike. I have some weights, and I have a little thing set up in my basement where I do my workout. And I use a lot of tapes. And right now I'm watching the Chloe Tang videos, and I'm, doing some of her workout. As a matter of fact, when I do the first time I did the Chloe Tang warm up, I was like out of breath just for the warm up. That's how much out of shape I was. But yes, so that is what I am doing, and that's something that I've been doing for years. I mean, I had stopped a bit, but I normally work out from home. I have no excuse, to be honest. I have no excuse why I shouldn't be losing my weight. I have the right food to eat. I have the right equipment. I have a whole set of water to drink. I have no children to feed. I have, no one to tell me that, you can't do this right now because you got to send somebody off to school or work, or, I can do what I need to do. So everything depends on me, and this depends on me being motivated and being determined. I actually drew my strength from you, watching and talking to you. And I think, as I said, I fall off track a little bit because the challenge was a little bit. So I am going to challenge myself when I come on every Tuesday to let you know next Tuesday come, I need to lose at least 3 more pounds. So that's what I will need to start back doing in order for me to continue to not wait until 2 p.m. to grab a little snack to eat. And someone want to know if you can eat rice to lose weight. Yes, you can eat rice. As a matter of fact, you can basically eat anything you want to eat to lose weight. Yes, I said it. You can basically eat anything you want to eat to lose weight. What you need to do is how much of whatever you are eating, moderation. Moderation. Now, if you're going to eat rice and you really want to lose weight, you got to keep it to at least a cup or below. Now, if you are eating salad, you can eat a big belly full of salad with a lean pieces of meat and you're good. But if you're eating rice, it's just a little half a cup or so, and that's going to make you get hungry. So those are some of the reasons why we tend to eliminate some of these food groups. But, when you look at the food pyramid, you need all food groups to stay healthy. You need a little bit of a carbohydrate, okay? So get your carbohydrate in a healthy way, and that's why we suggest you get your carbohydrates from the root vegetable like carrots and turnip, and you can actually have a baked potato. I have a thing I used to follow once where I could eat a baked potato and for a meal, and that can go. So definitely it's all about how much you consume. You want to eat rice and have a little bit and be hungry, go ahead, because if you eat 2 to 3 cups, it's going to throw you off because that's too much carbohydrate to get you to your required goal. I hope I answered that question. If there's anyone on the channel right now that does not agree with what I just said, can you please comment also? T just T. Michael Matthew technique works with losing weight and keeping it off. He has a book called Thinner. Now let me tell you something about I think it's Michael Matthew. Years ago he bring out a whole thing, and you also have the little book where you can do the different leaves and per day and the food and all of that. I think I have it somewhere in my basement. I could actually go and pull it out because those tapes and stuff that he brought out, those work years ago. I had bought all that system. Believe it or not, I tried a lot of things. I tried the Atkins diet. That really works for me. The reason why that works very well for me because I am normally a protein girl, so high protein. That diet, you only need 20 grams of carbohydrate, 20 grams of carb, whether you get, regardless of where you get that carb from. I did it, I follow it not really strict because I was doing something like about 50 grams of carb. It worked for me. That went out the door, and I did this Michael Matthew, and I also tried the what they call that other diet that was very, very popular with using the Slim Fast, Jenny Craig, you name it. And oh boy, I can't remember the last one now, which is also high in carb. That's another one that normally if I was to take something or follow any of those, that's the one. Herbalife was the one that really did it for me, like really did it for me. So the two best was Herbalife and the Atkins diet. I don't know if you still have, I know they still do Herbalife. I don't know if the Atkins is still around, but I know that what is this one that they're doing now that take over? Anyway, let me know if you are any familiar with any of these that I just mentioned. Sylvia, if I am not in the gym, I would be turbo insane hap. I actually try that too. That is really rough. And I also used to do the Billy Blacks. I still do the Billy Blacks. Like I'm perfect with it. But the other day I tried one and I was like, I tried the 20 minutes one that used to be like second nature to me, like pretty easy. And I couldn't do like 5 minutes good. Like, you know, anyway, I'm gonna get back there. All right, Nelly, lose is the proper spelling. Okay. All right. You're right. Bought a program and every day the lunch and dinner is rice. Okay. All right. See what I mean? Taibo. There are the paleo diet is common now. Yes, I know what you are talking about. Wow, they have so much. Is that paleo or paleo? Paleo. Is that Spanish? Let me know. All right, so water. Let's talk about water a bit. How many of you are still drinking your water? That is one thing that I feel like I'm keeping up with, and it's the water. I am still drinking my water. This is not the final bottle for the night. I still have one more to go. It is very essential to drink your water, especially when you reach your required weight goal, when you lose that weight and you want to keep it off, you still need to drink the water. The water is vital. It keeps you hydrated and it actually keep your skin to look good also. Now, honestly, can you eat? Okay, so I just answered that question. If you have a question, go ahead and comment. How much water we're drinking? We're drinking up to 64 ounces, which is about 4 of these 16 ounces bottle of water. Now, if you're drinking water from, other source or that, the top or the drum, the one they turn down, it's easy to measure your water by getting a 16-ounce bottle, pour your water in it, and when you finish, you fill it again, and that way you definitely will know the amount of water you're drinking. The honest truth for me, if I am not measuring my water, I wouldn't know how much I'm drinking, and that's why I use the bottled water. And if I'm not using the bottled water, then I have only water jug. That is what I use. If I don't do that, I don't think I'll drink enough water. So I measure the amount I'm drinking. Now, if you live somewhere where it's very hot, you might just be drinking water right throughout the day. All right. So is there anyone that is still doing the weight loss challenge and has been successfully losing weight? And if you lose, and tell us how much you are losing. So Lucy, you like the Herbalife too? Yes, we're not advertising for any weight loss. We're just talking about stuff that we normally try. We are not being paid to talk about these brands, okay? Because when it comes on to like the Herbalife and stuff, they are actually a brand. Yes, the Herbalife works really well for me. And the very first time I actually took it was years ago, and I was like, ooh. Now I really don't know. What I'm trying to do right now is to lose weight the natural way. And this is why it comes back around to how to lose the weight and keep it off. If you're trying to lose weight the natural way, that is the best way, because then you're going to keep it off. If you use like additives and, booster and stuff like that, like, the Herbalife and these kind of things, then you are definitely in the running for gaining back the weight once you stop, unless you're disciplined. Someone was talking to me the other day and they were saying, what you need to do, you need to still, like, you like Herbalife, go get the Herbalife and push start. But you know, when you push start, sometimes you rely on these things. Been there, done that, tried all of that, and now I'm trying to do it the healthy way. And it doesn't matter if it take me a little extra time. I'm trying to do the healthy way because I want to develop a lifestyle way of eating. Not that I am going to not eat certain things forever. Like I'm not going to go eat some rice, or I'm not going to go eat a potato or some pasta. I like the white stuff. What I'm trying to do and hope that I can stick with this is to treat myself once a week. And that once a week is my Sunday. And that is the day that is family day for me. So on a Sunday, if I want some ice cream, I'm going to eat some ice cream. If I want some rice, I'm going to eat some rice. And, you know, chips and whatever I feel like eating. But then going back to Monday, for the rest of the week, I would be, you know, watching everything that I normally eat, you know, to keep the weight off. I did that years ago. It works like a charm for me. And that is what I am going back to. So I just keep my weight, once I get there. However, I am not there as yet. I still have at least 27 pounds or so to lose. So because of that, I need to watch everything that I'm eating, whether it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and also to eat as much greens as I can, so in order not to feel hungry. If you eat more protein also, it's going to keep you fuller for longer. I have a question for you. If you are making, how many of you make your smoothies with banana? How many of you make your smoothies with banana? If you make your smoothies with banana, comment, and let me know. Do you use one banana or do you use a half a banana? Because you do know that in spite of the fact that banana is rich in potassium, banana also have sugar and it also have carbohydrates. So let me hear from you if you make your smoothie with banana and how much you actually use. Now, the fat cutter tea. Now, they have a wide variety of fat cutter tea. And if you want to know from me, as a matter of fact, someone sent me a detox tea. They want me to do some stuff for them where the detox tea is concerned. I was going to turn it down, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think, as a matter of fact, as soon as the show is over, I'm going to get back in touch with them, because the ingredients, I was reading the ingredients list and it seems like it has some really good stuff in it. So I'm going to get back with them. I'm going to try it. And then, if it works, and then I'm going to come and share it with you, hopefully. So not a commercial right now. I didn't accept anything. And just that you talk about detox. Now we're welcome Ni68 to membership. And if you want to become a member, there's a join button. All you need to do is just click on it and choose a tier. Once you become a member, then you are part of the family. You can come, comment, share tips, share ideas for the channel. We have, the only thing we are struggling with having a live conversation with everyone, since everyone is in different time zone. But, you do get your little shout out and, sharing like private videos and stuff like that. Now, Alana used a half of a banana, and Justy used one, Sylvia used one, Anissa used one, and Azzy used half. So some people are using a whole banana. Oh, really? Now I find that when okay, let me speak my truth. I find that an entire banana is about what, 80 calories or so, depending on the size, because sometimes they have the little widow one, sometimes they have, yes, I could say widow, sometimes they have some nice big fat ones, so depending on the size. This is a medium banana. You use the entire banana and you still have your other fruits and all of that to it, and including some of your protein powder and stuff like that. Now, the reason I'm asking that, do you know how much calories that when you do that, a whole banana with all your other additives, you could be drinking 600 calories just in a smoothie. So if you're counting calories, if you have this nice smoothie, and then, you have lunch, and then you have dinner, and if you don't make those two other meals sensible, you might find that you are stagnant where your weight is concerned, or you might find that you're even gaining weight. And then you'd be like, Oh, but I'm eating healthy. I'm drinking a smoothie. Okay. So that's why I'm pointing out the smoothie. Be mindful of the amount of ingredients that you put in your smoothie, because your smoothie could throw you off. Banana do have sugar and it do have calories. Calories and carbohydrate, I should say, instead of calories. Oh my goodness. Can you guys hear that? That's from the street. My house is shaking. Someone is passing and they're playing music that's vibrating like, mm, mm, mm. Oh my goodness. This is like a sound system in a car. All right, a dancehall big box or something like that in a car. Sorry for the distraction, but it's really funny. All my decks is shaking. Can you believe that? All right, yes, I live in New York City and the street. This is my office right here, and right behind this wall is really the street. Okay, I'm like about 5 feet from the street, and that's why I'm hearing all of this, but it's all good. I like living in the city. Hello Keisha, how are you? Good night. Sorry for to be late. You're always here, so welcome. Yes, back to what we were talking about with the smoothie. And sorry guys, with me doing my little thing, I like to dance, to be honest. One of those people that dance a lot. All right, so boombox. That's yes. This sound like a boombox for real. I have the same thing. Boombox. Yeah. There's like boom, boom, boom. Everywhere is shaking, crazy. So all right. So we're talking about weight loss. We have, in case you're just joining, we're sharing tips on how to lose the weight and actually keep it off. We're basically going deep down into what we eat, how we work out, and things that we're doing to make sure that the weight stay off when we lose the weight. Okay, and that's your pin, how to lose a belly fat. Okay, yes, belly fat. If you want me to talk a little bit about belly fat right away. Now for me, when I gain weight, that is where I gain my weight, my stomach. Okay, and that's like a family issue right there. We all tend to gain weight in the stomach area. Now I also tend to gain weight in my back fat, because I am what you would consider top heavy. No, yeah, that's what they say back home. You're like your top heavy, like, so I have a broader shoulder, and down the bottom half is much more smaller. Like I have never worn like a size 14 jeans or something. I think I wore a size 12 jeans, but it's more on the bigger size. Anyway, even if my top is like extra large, the honest truth is size 12 is big for me. Like now I'm like at a size 10. Okay, my body's frame is small, but I'm just saying, with my little short body and all of that, having the bottom that size, and the top would be much bigger. And when it comes on to across here also, it's not as large. I'm normally at 36C, and with my weight gain, I went up to this is a joke now, to 38D. However, the 38D is like, it's an issue because it's too big. Okay, it's too big. But my stomach and my back is where I have all that weight. A swimmer body is what I have. Like, yeah. But when it comes on to the stomach, that is the part of your body that you really do not want to gain the weight, because it do cover all that vital organs. And when you get to a certain age, like me getting to my age, then you need that area to be less fatty. Okay. However, and I'm not sure of the age group on the channel watching right now. However, I have been taking note a lot on women and their body. When women are getting into their 40s upwards, a lot of women start to notice that they're gaining weight around their stomach. Now, I used to wonder why it is that women tend to have this, fat around their stomach like that at a certain age. And if you're on the chat and you know what I'm talking about, go ahead and comment. You're starting to see ladies out there at a certain age with their stomach kind of protruding, and, they might gain a little weight, they might not, but the stomach is out there. What I recently discovered, and I got to be very careful how I say this, because, this is a live show and I don't, is this we're women, but we need to still be careful how we express certain things. Now, what I recently discover is that they could be going through elevation. Okay, they could be I'm trying to say this as easy as possible without really what could happen to them is that there's ladies, you know what I'm talking about, that's down there, when you some of you either menopause, some of you have fibroid and all of that, and then down there elevated, the stomach elevated, they call it, some people call it phantom pregnancy and stuff like that. You guys understand what I'm saying? I'm trying not to be to be out there. Okay, so thank you for helping me out, Lucy. And you know why I normally try to be very, very mindful of what I say on the live chat, right? So that is the reason why sometimes you see ladies out there at a certain age with their stomach looking like that. It not necessarily meaning that when they get to that age they're eating like crazy or whatever, but a lot of these issues come from woman issue. Now, when you find that you're like that, if you don't nip it in the butt and make sure that you start to work out, watch what you eat and all of that, it's probably will stay there. Now, for some people, like, you might get recommendation from your physician that after you menopause, it's going to go down and all of that good stuff, which I hope I'm not getting in trouble talking about this. But yeah, so that is the reason why. And that's why you got to be even more mindful when you get to a certain age about your stomach area than when you are younger, because older you get, that is the area that's going to start to expand, whether it's going to be covered with visceral fat, whether you're going to have some form of an elevation thing going on in there, whether you're going to have this thing that we normally go take out if it's too big out and all of that. You got to be mindful. So with that, it's also good to eat proper and also eat food that are geared toward shrinking and getting rid of these stuff. Let me go back to the weight loss, because I don't want to. We're not sharing medical advice or anything like that. We're just, chit-chatting a little about some of the issue we women go through, which cause us to look even bigger, especially our stomach area, than it really is. Jill, I start eating less when I reach 45 plus for that reason. So I'm happy that you all understand what I'm talking about. There are issues out there that sometimes we need to discuss, but because of this kind of a platform, sometimes it's not allowed. I wish it was allowed where we could freely talk about it, but I tend to get a little hesitant sometimes, because if you want to talk about it, you got to be like a physician, you have to have the big DR in front and all of that. Even if you are a nurse and you want to talk about it, it's really not that acceptable unless you have the big DR in front. And that's why sometimes I try not to venture too much out, even though it's a topic that affects all of us. All right, so let's go back to talking about eating right and losing weight. And just let's stick a pin also, in spite of the fact I'm saying I don't want to talk much about this. Let's stick a pin. You also know that the system does slow down when you get older. The metabolism slows down. And that is why when you find that you eat like a plate of pasta and you go to sleep, like you eat the pasta, let's say 4 p.m., that is why when 7 p.m. turn around, you still feel full and like all of that is up there still in your stomach, because the process time is much less when you get older. And that is why it's also good to do this detoxing, flushing the liver and flushing the this and flushing the that. So we are going back to the detox tea that we were talking about. So someone was talking about, I don't remember the name of the tea that you drink. Oh, the weight loss tea. Now, I normally buy these slim tea. Years ago, I used to try to drink this slim tea all the time. Now, I have a few packs in there, but I have not been drinking because it's like I'm just so bent set on trying, the natural way, like boiling the lemon and boiling with a little cayenne pepper and all of that without the senna. Honestly, what really makes the slim tea or the smooth move that some of we tend to buy is the senna. Okay, now when I was growing up, we normally get senna every back to school. Back to school, they give you that flushing out with the senna. Most of these tea that are geared towards detoxing contain senna. However, there are also natural detox. Like if you boil like the celery and you put like, you know, parsley leaves in it, and you put the cayenne pepper with a little ginger and, you know, elderberry, like those things can actually flush the system out. Now you might ask, what's the difference between using the senna leaf and like some elderberry? The senna, you have to be very, very mindful of how much senna that you consume. So that's really what it is. But if you're all, you know, really trying, detoxing is good. Flushing the system out is good. And for those of you also who find that going is not as you would want it to go to be, a little detox is also good. And when it comes on to like mucus and all of that, the detox will actually, you know, getting out depending on what you want to eat or drink. But what I'm going to also do, what I'm going to try to do next week I'm going to come back, and I hope I remember, remind me if I forget, Lucy. Next week I want to come back and I want to talk about tea. Like tea, healthy tea that you can drink to help to detox, or, you know, just flush the system out when you are, even if you're not trying to lose weight, but you're just trying to get your system clean, like the elderberry and the mother's wort and stuff like that. We could come back on and talk about that next week, because I notice my time is going. Now, if you're just joining, what am I talking about? We're actually talking about losing weight and keeping it off. We're doing a weight loss challenge, a 30 days weight loss challenge. We have the group over on Facebook. The link is below. If you want to be a part of the challenge, you can actually click on the link, go over there. We have a good bit, probably around about 40 people now trying to get in the group that we didn't approve. We didn't approve because you did not answer all the questions. If you're on and you have sent us you know, asking to join the group and you didn't hear back from us, it means that you probably forget to answer the last question, or you forget to answer 2 of the questions. So go back, look over it, and resend it and answer the question. Very, very simple question. Where did you hear about us from? How many pounds you want to lose? Are you willing to stick to the rules of the group? What are the rules of the group? The rules of the group is that you only posting about weight loss on the group page. That's it. That's it. And you keep it very clean and you stick by Facebook rules and regulation. That's all we ask. And people just tend to not answer those questions. I don't know for what reason, but definitely if you didn't hear from us, go back and check it out. Now, recently when we were doing our challenge, we spoke about hibiscus. Is there anyone on the channel watching right now know anything about, well, we're going to talk about hibiscus next week since we're going to be doing the tea. But I have gone ahead and bought the hibiscus powder, and I am just not, I'm mixing it with green tea, like just a little dust of the hibiscus powder with some green tea. If you're on here and you are, you know, doing the hibiscus tea and how do you prepare it, let me hear from you. We are trying to lose weight and we are trying to keep it up. Any question that you have tonight, go ahead and answer. I was all the way down. Lucy, we have 43 member pending that can be approved. They will auto delete in time if not complete. I was saying 40, so about 43 just because they didn't answer the question. So remember to answer the question. How many of you are still doing turmeric? I still do the turmeric. Now, Taryn, you was, you know, using those nice words for me. I start eating less when I reach, okay, so I read that. All right, so Jill, you're doing the hibiscus tea. Are you doing the tea bags or are you doing like the loose leaf? Let me know on how you prepare it. Do you just brew it like regular tea or do you mix it with like green tea like what I am trying to do? If you're anyone on the chat right now drinking the turmeric, if you're drinking turmeric, let me hear from you. I started drinking the turmeric and I have not had it for a few days now. It's like I kind of cut back on it a little bit. But if you're still drinking turmeric, let me hear from you. All right. So, oh, Jill, you're doing the tea bag. And Caroline, you are doing fennel tea. I recently purchased the fennel. I have it. I've not tried the tea. No, I didn't mean sorrel. Hibiscus, the fact that you're asking about sorrel, it means that you could be Jamaican, or you could be somewhere from the Caribbean, or you could be from like the Philippines or Mexico. But anyway, it's the hibiscus. If you're Jamaican, this is what we call it back home, shoe block. Okay, it's the shoe block. Believe it or not, it's edible. Okay, the shoe block. So what they do now, they pick those petals and they dry it and they bag it and they sell it as tea, and it is good for weight loss. It's good to detox the system. Okay, so I'm not sure if you're gonna go pick your shoe block. Make sure that it's clean. Make sure that it's out there. Well, most of the time it's in a decent area in the yard. Anyway, so that is what it is. Like here, we get it to buy in tea bag form. We get it to buy in powder, or just like the little petals, like all dried. Okay, all right. And I didn't really know about this in Jamaica, to be honest. The place where I first learned about the hibiscus tea for weight loss was all the way in France. I went in the grocery store and I was looking around, and I went into the tea section and I noticed they have a lady on the box with the hibiscus. It was all in French, and then I got to get it, blah, 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 blah. And I realized that it's hibiscus for weight loss. So I bought a few packs. That was my first encounter with it, and it did work. It's really a very pleasant, refreshing tea. So, that's how I get into it, and I still do it. And recently, some of my subscribers were actually talking about the hibiscus tea. All right. Everett, if done the hibiscus blend. Okay, Lucy, hibiscus tea, we drink it as a water. You can also drink it hot or delish. You can buy it by the pound at the ethnic market. Also, you drink it as water, meaning that, do you put the petal like as an infusion, like, or do you boil it and chill the water? Let me hear. Patricia, Saril, Trinidad. Okay, Trinidad too. All right, so Kennedy. Okay, I don't know this. Kennedy, yeah, Jamaican. Oh, you don't know that the shoe block could. Oh, you don't know shoe block either. If you're Jamaican and you don't know what shoe block is, it also means that you're born in the city. Okay. All right. We had so much of. Okay. So yes. Now I know that because it's like in abundance. And when you go like to the North Coast where the hotels are, then they have like what we call the agricultural one, where you get the nice big yellow ones and the nice big pink ones. And so that is the shoe black. And as a matter of fact, I think that is what one of the bird, anyway, for the Jamaican thing is actually with putting his beak in. All right, so we are moving on. So what we're talking about is weight loss. We're sharing tips. Now, if you're watching and you want to become a member of the group, the link is below. You can click on the link and go and answer the question to be a part of the group. You want to join the group, you need to be wanting to lose weight, or you have something to share with us to help to motivate us to lose weight. You can share like your workout videos, you can share your food that you're eating, you can ask questions if you discover something, like we're talking about the hibiscus tea, you have a recipe, you can share it on the chat, and that is what we're doing. Now, if you have been doing the challenge, and since we stopped the 30 days challenge over here, and you fall off track a little bit, please comment. I need to hear from you. At the top of the hour, I went on a rampant and I was, expressing to you all how not having the group, meeting like we normally do has made me kind of like, not as strong as I was during the challenge. So now every Tuesday we're meeting here. Every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. we're meeting here to discuss the weight loss. Now, I promised that every Tuesday when I come on, I would give a challenge for the week. And that is because that is highly requested, because people have been slacking, not having a challenge to follow. So what I'm going to do for you tonight, I am going to give the challenge of the week, which is we're going to pick up where we left off. So for this week, if you're new and you're just starting, you can start with eating half of the amount that you normally eat for this week. If you're new and you're just starting, just eat half of the amount that you normally eat and start to drink your water. Because you're just starting, I suggest that you drink at least 32 ounces of water, because you're going to gradually build on that. If you're just starting the weight loss challenge for this week, eat half of the amount that you normally eat. And that is how we ask everyone to start for the first week eat half of the amount. Just be disciplined enough not to eat a whole plate of food. You normally eat a bagel, you eat half. You normally eat a banana, you eat half. You normally eat 2 cups of rice, you eat one. You normally eat 2 chicken legs, you eat one. That's all we ask for the first week. And drink your water. And if you can, start to move. Work out at least 15 minutes for the day. And you're going to look at me like, 15 minutes, I want to lose weight. We're saying 15 minutes because you're just starting out. Now, once that is out of the way for everyone who want to start, we are going to go back and tell you all who are already doing the challenge, already in the group, already losing the weight. Let's start from where we left off the 30 days challenge. For this week, you are going to continue to eat half of what you normally eat. 64 ounces of water. Normally, I'm be like between 48 and 64 ounces of water. That is what you're going to do. For this week, you are going to skip one heavy meal and replace it with a salad, or what if someone steamed vegetables. I need to, because I do understand. And you can tweak this. One heavy meal, and the heavy meal, most people, is either breakfast or lunch. Now, you're not going to want to have a salad for breakfast, although I would do. So I would say for this week, try to have an abundant amount of salad for your evening meal with protein. You can, however, have like a smoothie for breakfast, and you can also have something very light for lunch with, and here it comes, with about 20 grams of carb. So that means you can eat a half a sandwich for lunch. When I said a half a sandwich, I mean if you normally eat like a roll, a full roll, you're gonna throw off the top or put it down for the next day and eat off. That is what you are allowed for your main carbohydrate, which could be lunchtime. If you want to eat that half a roll for lunch, for dinner, go ahead. But when I said roll, I mean like a bread or half a bagel or something like that. You can have it if you eat just salad and protein for dinner. However, you tweak your food the way you want. Everyone is different, and everyone have access to to different food and what you can afford and all of that. But if you can, try to make your heaviest meal this week be a salad, okay, with any form of a protein that you have available to you. And while you are at it, 64 ounces of water, and we're doing the squat challenge on the workout page. You can go over there and you can start from day one, okay? The challenge is right there, and you can just watch the chart and start from day one. If you want to catch up, or we're about 16 days into it, you have to be really, really good. And what I like about this squat challenge is the fact that it don't keep climbing. However, when we finish this one, we're going to do one that keep climbing every day. So it's easy for you to fall into this squat challenge because it's don't like take you all the way up each day. All right, we're doing that. So do your workout, eat a salad for your heaviest meal, still cut the sweet, and work out and drink your water. So that's what I ask you to do to get back in the groove. Get back in the groove start by drink. Oh, and do not eat after 7 p.m. Do not eat after 7 p.m. And still remember, we need to sleep. So here is the rule for this week. You're going to replace your heaviest meal with a salad and protein. You're going to drink your 64 ounces of water. For lunch is your cheat time where you can have a piece of anything with carb, like a piece of bread, a piece of, you know what you guys eat. Not a big old cookie or a big old oatmeal cookie or anything like that. On top of that bread, you're going to put like salad and stuff like that. But tweak it to suit yourself. Do not eat after 7 p.m. Do not eat after 7 p.m. Try to get at least 45 to 1 hour workout done. Whether you're going to walk, run, whether you're going to do 15 minutes now and then 15 minutes in the middle and 15 minutes, but try to get it going. Drink your water and cut the sweet. And when it comes on to sweet drink, you by now should only be drinking your water. Once a week, you could treat yourself to something sweet, but by now you should only be consuming your water. You can have tea after 7, but eliminate the sugar from the tea. Okay, if you have any question, go ahead and ask, because our time is basically boiling down. Why not? Did you know European their salad after they eat? Yes, yes, yes. And I have a lot of European friends, and they tend to do that. They eat their salad after the meal, and also they do not eat their bread warm. It's always cold. They do eat bread and butter, but it have to be cold. Like, here when we go to the restaurant and stuff, we want our bread basket to be warm. There is cold, because it was told to me. I don't know if it's true, but it was told by my friend that the reason for that is that the carbohydrate is kind of, does not affect your, anyway. But yes, they bread cold and salad after for digestion. Now, you can actually have, and every culture have something else, like the Japanese and they do the miso soup before eating a meal. They do a light little soup, and some Chinese tend to do that too. Years ago, I practiced, having that little broth before meal, and I was doing that for like about 6 months or so. It actually works, because it have to fill you up and that warmth on your stomach. And then you have, like, Thai people from Thailand and all of that. They do have the orange that they tend to eat after their meal. So different culture tend to do different things. However, whatever you do, it doesn't matter what culture or what you practice. It all goes down to eating half of what you normally eat, and cut out the excess sugar and cut out the extra starch from the diet, and drink your water and move and groove, and you will lose the weight. Miso soup before, yes. So that is great facts to know. All right. Because of you, woman, I eat at 7 p.m. and a few later because I'm here. Yes, 7 p.m. What time is it for you now? 5:30 or so. So it's still not dinner time for you as yet. Kennedy, ginger tea help to reduce bloating. Yes, ginger tea help to reduce bloating. Garlic help to, take certain pressure. Yeah. All right. So let's scroll up and see. MAHK, email me and tell me about this egg diet that you're doing, please, or put it on the page. Alana, I boil hibiscus and put it to cool and drink it twice a day. Okay, so back to the hibiscus. So she boiled the hibiscus, put it to cool, and drink it twice a day. So more likely 6 ounces. And do you had sweet, well, most likely sugar-free? Carly, what tea do I need to lose my belly? I used to be a size 0. I ate to be that skinny. Now I am size, I occur size. Okay, so you're about 159 pounds, which 159 pounds would mean that you're about a size 10. Well, it depends on how your body shape, because you could be a size 10 and you also could be a size 8, because you could have something down there large while up here is small or so. To lose belly, honestly, the detox and cut down on the amount of food you eat and do the tummy exercise. That is the only way to go. I find my stomach is going down. I'm so proud. I don't even want to talk about it much. And that's what I'm trying to do. Just eat less, drink the water, do the flushing, and also do the workout. They are the hardest to do, but they will help to get it out. And if you have like gas and stuff like that in your system that give you all that bloat, someone just mentioned, the good old fresh ginger and also turmeric. Okay. All right. Let's see another question. Vanessa, lemon water is good too. And Lucy, Hope said in France she ate yogurt after meal. Is what they do. Yes, they do it. As a matter of fact, I have a little joke. I had some guests staying at my house once, and they were looking for yogurt every day. Like, yes, but the thing is, they make their own yogurt. Okay, every kitchen have their own little thing. where they make the yogurt in the kitchen. So they have the yogurt that is available. Sorry guys, we're just, discussing other people culture and what they do, but they have the yogurt there. Like for us, we have to go buy it. We're not making yogurt in our kitchen. So I'm not putting it down. It's good because, that also help to free up the bowels, all right? So if you can, and you want to eat a yogurt after dinner instead of eating our ice cream, Americans all like sweet stuff, you can go ahead and do it. But as I said, they make it in their kitchen. How do I know so much about these things and this culture? I could be honest to you. For at least 10 years or so, I used to be what they call it now. I used to be a host parent. So I used to host a lot of international students at my home. Once they're under 18, they normally need a home to stay, and I used to host them. So I host like from Italy, from France, from Germany, like all over. So I was exposed to a lot of different culture, like really, and it was really a fascinating thing to do. It just after a while, you just get tired of it and like you just want back your space to yourself. So then I stopped doing it. So I learned a lot and know a lot, and also get chewed out. Like once I have these weren't the student no a group came in and they didn't have place for them, and they asked me if I could put up a few of the chaperone, and I made a dinner, and I made my dinner how I normally make my dinner, and I'm trying to remember what it was. If it was like I think it was meatballs, if I'm not mistaken. It was meatball with spaghetti, something like that. Now, if I'm making meatball and spaghetti, I might have a small salad at the side. I am not going to be doing the garlic bread, the roll nuts, and all this everlasting side, a little soup there, and the gentleman looked at me and was like, "This is a good joke, guy. Listen up, listen up, listen up. I never tell anyone outside of my family this." So this was a gentleman around about my age or so, and he looked at me and he was like, "Only one dish." Only one dish? Now I'm like, no, but that's how I make dinner. Like my wife never ever make just one dish. And I was like really turning purple at that time. And I was a little fresh, to be honest. I said, well, I am not your wife. So culture sometimes could really, really clash when it comes on to food. I know I go eat my spaghetti and meatball just like that, and I might have a small salad. I'm not going to go, that's starch right there. Well, some people do like the Italian. You definitely get in the ginger garlic bread and something else and some beans or something with it. But anyway, that's just a little history. And did I like Austin? Yes, I like the kids. I like them, and I'm still friendly with a lot. So sometimes when I'm talking about, okay, so I have some friends in Europe or something like that, some of the parents, they're still like, friendly, like really, really friendly, and still remember kindness and all of that. And sometimes you might hear me be like, okay, so I am going to go Italy to a wedding, like something like that, because one of the girls or one of the guy might be getting married or something like that. So if you live somewhere, like, with COVID and all of that, and if you're interested in learning, about Austin, it could be very rewarding, but you got to like children. All right. And like me, who don't have, that was something good for me. All right. Barbie, I would tell him the same thing too. Go ask your wife to make it for you. Yes, very, very rude. You don't come in someone's house and disrespect. If you're a guest, you eat what you get, and if you're not satisfied, you ask for more, or you go and buy it yourself, right? When I go to people's house, I don't really like going to people's house, to be honest. But if I'm visiting, and if I stayed somewhere, mostly it would have to be my family, to be honest. And I'm still like really this cocky person. Like if I'm coming to visit you, I'm buying grocery. And that's just me. I don't know if it's an old school thing or whatever. Although in my culture and in my family, when you come to visit, you got to eat what they provide for you. It's like a slap in the face for you to be coming with your own food. they like to feed you. We feed people when they come. But if I go Jamaica now and I'm staying with any of my relatives, I like to take them grocery shopping. That's just me. I like to, because I want to be comfortable too, and I don't want to, I want to be able to eat what I want. So I would stock the house with food and so on. If you practice something like that, let me know. But I would never go and be like, only one dish, or, oh, what is it you're cooking? Like that. Very, very rude. All right. So, Taryn, foreign exchange student, I had a friend that used to do that. Yes, very, very rewarding. Vanessa, had warm water with chia seed, which helped with bloating. Didn't know that. I actually put the chia seed in my smoothie because of the protein. So now I'm going to actually try. But once you pour the hot water on it, it's going to get all gooey and gummy. So do you drink it really fast before it starts to, form the gel? Or just let me know. Or do you just blend it and just drink up everything? Barbie, okay, all right. I just read that. Carly, thank you for following you for a long time. Enjoy the channel. And thank you for that. San, I didn't understand why when I eat bean outside of Jamaica, I get bloated and gassy. I love vegetable stew, kidney bean, reduced with coconut milk, carrot, potatoes, and celery. Now, that could be all about the water too. And also the preparation. Everyone prepare beans different and they differently, and they have different things that they put to the beans. So in spite of the fact that, let's say for me, what I do when I'm preparing bean, so as not to get gassy, and I shared this the other day, is to add ginger. Okay, it doesn't matter what kind of beans I'm preparing, add a piece of ginger to it and boil it up if you want to grate a little ginger or so, and that is going to help you, not to be as gassy as. Also, if you are using canned beans, here's a tip too. Do not use the water that comes in the bean can. Rinse it off. I normally just wash off the beans and then I toss it in whatever. If you use the water, you could also get gassy from that water. Okay, so add a little ginger and see if it helps with the gas. Esther, hello, greetings from Peru, and how are you doing out there in Peru? All right, so my time is up. If you're just joining, sorry you missed. Boil your beans with a spoon of baking soda. Yes, Lucy did mention that the last time, and I said I was going to try it, and I totally forget about it. However, in our cooking, Lucy, and if you're Jamaican and you're on, let me know. In our cooking, when we had baking soda, like to the beans, we actually had it for, now that I'm thinking that they used to do that, they had the baking soda to anything, even if they're making like meat, like cow foot and those things that take forever to cook, they add it as a tenderizer. So now that you're, saying you could add it to the beans to cut down with the bloating, I must try that. But we normally use the baking soda as a tenderizer. Barbie, hello dear. If you didn't like something, instead of being mean and stressing the host, go and buy what you want to consume outside. That's exactly what I feel like. If you don't want something the host make for you, just eat what you get and then you go buy something. That's why you must always walk with your own money. All right, so anyway, but culture is different. Okay, culture is, I'm telling you, it's sometimes it's good when you're exposed to other culture, because you'll be surprised. All right, so that's my time. Thank you all for joining. So continue to work out, continue to drink the water, continue to cut back on the sweet, and remember, if you can, for this week, replace your largest meal with a salad. Now, when I said salad, if you don't have salad and you have like some spinach and pak chow and stuff that you could steam up with your chicken or whatever you're eating as meat, go ahead and do that, because, you're cutting back on the carb for the heaviest meal. And do some working out. Work out. And we talk a lot about detox tea and different tea. If you have any of those tea available, you can go ahead and try some of those tea to help to flush the system out. However, regardless of whatever you're going to do, anything that is new when it comes onto your health, always consult with your physician. Now, if you want to be a part of the weight loss group, the link is in the description box below. You can click on that link and answer about 3 to 4 questions. to become a part of the group. Over there, we share tips and food and how to keep you motivated. Every Tuesday, we're coming on here and we're discussing just to keep each other motivated of how to lose weight. So if you want to join, go ahead and join and just follow the rules. And also, we have the 30 days weight loss challenge playlist on this channel. You can actually go and follow that playlist by starting from video 1 all the way to 30, and each day you can listen a part of it and do what you are required to do for the week. Really good to follow. So Everett, also you could soak all beans before cooking. Don't have to before long, could for 5 to 30 minutes, and then you throw that water off, I think, and put fresh water on. That I think will also help. Gurgat, my family feed guests like they are kings, so they extreme, I think, visit. I personally feel from want my guests to be burdened, so I carry loads of food. Okay, yes. So you're basically saying, like us, we feed guests, really like put out the best plates and stuff like that for guests. But when you go, you don't want to be a burden. You carry your own food, and I actually do the same thing. All right. So we have turmeric, tiny seed, swell up nice in milk. I'm gonna have to translate that as soon as I get off, because I don't know, and I'm almost sure you're probably talking about something that we already know, but because of the language. All right, so thank you all for coming. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Not making a big promise. I might come with a skincare video. If not, I'll be on like Thursday, but I'll put the notification out pretty early. But for the weight loss challenge, we're back for the weight loss challenge on Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. We have a Sunday show, which is 4:30 p.m. every Sunday. Definitely Saturday night and Friday night, I'm going to be on live on this channel with skincare topics. So see you either, maybe if I'm going to come back on tomorrow or the day before, I'll post it, but definitely I'm on Friday and on Saturday and on Sunday of this week, and Tuesday next week with our weight loss. Go watch our videos. We post video every day on the channel. Support our channel by watching the videos. Turn on post notification and turn it on your phone so that as soon as I post a video, you get the notification. Watch the commercial, at least some of the commercial, and thumbs the video up and watch the video to the end. That's how you support the channel. Thank you for all the members. I talk to you soon. Thank you, Lucy, for moderating. Thanks for all the newbies. Thanks for all the guests. Have a great week. Eat right, live a healthy lifestyle, and while you're at it, get yourself a good facial. Good night.